Nailed the countdown, Patrick.
All right. Welcome to the New Music Podcast. We got your two regular jack-offs from upstate New York. My name's Patrick.
And I'm your favorite alcoholic, Kyle, so let's get it. We're ready.
Let's fucking get it. And of course, because we can't go 2 episodes without bringing somebody else on, we would love to introduce a very talented, very fun band. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name's Frankie, and I do screams for Lucrecia.
Yep, I'm Jacquie. I sing and scream. Kinda.
I love that.
I make noises into a microphone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not my own horn, but I do that.
I just look as awkward as possible on that stage. That's my goal.
Fuck yes.
Yes.
Gotta look good for the weeaboos, Gotta represent.
Absolutely.
Feel their pain. We all share the same pains. But I'm still doing it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. Why don't you tell the audience pretty much how you guys got started as a band and pretty much the origin story of Lucrecia. Did I say that right?
Oh yeah.
Yep. You actually said it perfect.
Oh,
most people usually say it wrong.
Impressive.
Yeah, usually it's
Okay.
Lucrecia.
Up until now, I've said Lucrecia, but I heard you guys say it.
That's
so
actually very common. 99%
I'm
of
not
people
surprised,
say it that
even though
way,
Lucrecia is spelled with a T. Yeah.
So thank God I didn't say it or tried to say it. 'Cause
No,
I would
it's
butcher
okay.
the shit out of it.
Everybody shy saying it, but honestly, it's not even a big deal because actually we got it from Final Fantasy VII, which Japanese pronounce
Yep.
things already kind of differently, anyways.
Yep.
So
Facts.
yeah,
Well, now we know where the band name came from. That's one question I don't have to ask now. Awesome. So
Sick.
tell us about how the band got started. Pretty much your guys' origin story.
Okay. So Lucrecia started actually kind of like a while ago. We started back in 2015, 2016. At the time, I used to play in this other band. It was kind of like a progressive tech death band called Plagues of the Armada. While I was playing in that band, Jacquie and I attended a few shows, and we became kind of loose friends with Mark from Veil of Maya. And through our experiences of hanging out with them and stuff like that, Jacquie became kind of really enamored with the idea of playing music and having fun playing music for a living and stuff like that versus
reality.
versus just dreaming about it. So she reached out to me, and asked if I'd be interested in playing music. And at the time, my band wasn't really doing too good, so I thought doing a side thing would be kind of fun. So we reached out to an old guitarist of ours. His name was James, and we wrote a couple songs, the song Rhapsodos and the song Brotherhood. And we put them out, and they, did fairly well. And a lot of people, requested that we do more songs and stuff like that. So we kind of were like, okay, well, maybe we can do this as a little internet thing. Because all of us kind of worked, and we didn't really have a lot of time to do music too seriously. But, the goal was to try to do as much as we could and see how far it could take us. And kind of from there, we met this dude, Daisuke. You guys might have seen him in our videos. He's the Japanese guitar player that plays with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we met him through Instagram. He coincidentally at the time was going to school down in SoCal at this place called MI. Musicians Institute. Yeah, and he was pretty popular down there as a guitarist because he was pretty good.
Toasting the bossy.
Yeah, he was so good that he won a contest at his school to where he was able to play backup guitar with animals as leaders at a show. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was before we met him.
Shout out.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That is cool shit.
Yeah. So we were really impressed when he showed us all the stuff. He's like, yeah. And so we talked about the band, and as soon as we talked, we clicked pretty fast. And he was really, really interested. He was like, yeah, I really want to be in your guys' band. Blah 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 blah. And at first we were kind of thrown off because we weren't expecting someone to be so interested in just some little internet project so fast. So we were kind of like, well, let's try it out. He's like, well, how about I write you guys a song? I'll write a song and show you. It was super cool. It was hella anime as fuck. He was like, let me show you what I can do. He's like, I'll write a song for you guys, and if you guys like it, I can be in your band. And we're like, all right, agreed. So he fucking grind. I thought it was. I was like, all right, this, pretty.
Sucker. I was kidding.
This is one of my favorite origin stories so far.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so after about a month and a half, Daisuke hit us back up and was like, hey man, I wrote this song. It had a different name at the time, but it was our song Antipathy and Dismay. And
okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
his first song like
He
ever
ever
wrote
wrote.
this like genre.
yeah, so it was cool because he said I'd never written a song for play, like progressive metal, but I've
Yeah.
always want to play in progressive metal bands. So I was like, all right. So we checked that out and we were like really impressed. We're like, damn, dude, this
There's
is
a lot of
a
potential.
cool song. It was a really good song. So
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, dude, you're in. And by that time we'd already talked a lot, so we vibed really well. And so we just started putting out the material and stuff like that. And then from there, our guitarist James kind of ghosted us. He like disappeared.
Ooh.
We
Uh-oh.
That's a rip.
There's
Yeah.
a T.
yeah, it was a bummer, but you know, it
Oh,
happened.
the T.
So, yeah, so pretty much what was supposed to happen was at the time when we were writing Brotherhood, we decided that at the end of the song, if you guys heard it, we have a guest vocalist on the track.
Yeah, I
we-
believe it's Sam Cole.
yeah,
Yeah.
from Seeing the Sky. He's super awesome. But originally we were supposed to have somebody else.
He has a
Um,
beautiful voice too.
Yeah, Sam is
Beautiful
really
voice.
awesome. We felt he was actually like kind of a better fit because he really made the song. But originally we were supposed to have Johnny Craig from Dance Gavin Dance. We kind of we kind of knew him loosely. We hung out.
He already had the the
and,
sending. Oh.
Yeah, he shouted us out, Lucrecia, a couple times, like shouting our videos out and got us like a little bit of clout and stuff like that, and would like get us into like their sold out shows. So he was pretty
He was
cool.
being nice.
Yeah, he was pretty nice. And then around that time, him and Jacquie were talking a lot about singing and stuff like that, and he offered to be on like our next track. And we're like, all right, for sure. So we paid him money and stuff like that, and we set up the dates, and we're like, okay, this is when we're going in the studio. Like we just need the track before then. As long as we get it by then, it should be good. So he's like, yeah, totally got you, blah 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 blah. So we go to the studio, we hit him up, we get ghosted. Or he's like, oh, I couldn't do it. I had some bullshit come up, whatever. And so we rescheduled a couple times and it just kept falling through. So eventually, like our guitarist, for some reason, he got like really upset about it. And instead of like talking about it or whatever, he just decided he was just like done. So he just stopped hitting us up. So we were at like this weird crossroad for a minute. Where
that's a rip. It's sad because I hear this time and time again with this guy. He just has kind of like this reputation for constantly just not showing up for practices or not really putting in the work. That's why
Basically-
Slaves has the vocalists they have now.
Yeah, basically being a piece of shit.
So good at like making you think everything's good again though, because we thought, oh, he's doing good, like he's not like whatever. I don't really know, but it was very disappointing for me, especially because he's like a really big inspiration to me, and actually one of the bands where I found out that I can do, because I like R&B singing a lot, so I said, oh, I can have R&B singing with like kind of metal. Like, wow, that's my two favorite things in the world. Whoa. And it just opened my eyes and inspired me to make Lucrecia.
Yeah.
And then I'm about to have him on it. And then we're so patient. We're so patient.
Yeah, we waited like 6 months.
So
dude.
patient,
we tried to be
man.
super cool
Like
about
tensions are high in the band because of this, but we're being so patient and kind about it. But to just still get kind of like used like that, it just was so disappointing.
Yeah, it was a big bummer, but
I mean, we don't worry, we felt that before with a certain someone as well.
I feel it. Yeah,
I think
happens.
everybody has had something like this happen. Disappointment with someone you thought would be there for you, do something for you, but yeah, you got to keep going though. Really, just that's why we got Sam Cole, and Sam Cole. Everybody loves him, and everybody loves that part, and that's some of people's favorite parts is that part. So
yeah.
I'm still happy. I'm still really happy anyways.
I'm honestly I'm impressed with how well you guys bounced back from that, getting another vocalist from a very well-known band and then managing to have it sound as good as it does. So definitely take that.
Yeah, Sam played a big part in that.
He lives 15 minutes away from us, and we met a lot at shows. Actually, we go to a lot of shows, and he works at some what venue does he work at?
The Regency.
The Regency. So of course we'd see him, and the more we see him, the more we talk, and we just get along. Me and him really get along, especially because we have similar attitude and feelings about certain things. So we just got along, and so when I asked him, he of course said yes right away. He's such a good, nice person, honestly, and a hard worker too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what would you say would be some of your main inspirations behind the band? So, like behind the sound, behind the kind of just overall idea of the band.
Jacquie?
You can go first.
Okay. As far as like the sound of the band, lyrically we draw a lot of our inspiration like as most people know from like a lot of games, like Japanese role playing games or like anime and stuff like that. Generally because that's what we really like, and story wise, we draw a lot of inspiration from that, and we really enjoy like the kind of morals and like characteristic values that the characters like like the main characters usually portray. We vibe with that. As far as like sound wise goes, we're really interested in a lot of like progressive rock and progressive metal and stuff like that, like bands like she said, like Dance Gavin Dance, or like the After Image and Era, more like on the melodic side, a lot of like tapping and stuff like that, but still with like a heavier and aggressive side, like bands like Tony Danza's Tap Dance Extravaganza, or like
we just like
Interior.
We just try to cherry pick
Yeah,
all of our favorite things.
Damn, I haven't heard cherry picking in a hot minute. I've heard cherry.
I'm like, okay, right here, and I like
Yeah,
a little
pretty much
splash
so.
of that and a little dash of this.
But a really big inspiration though for Jackie and I would probably be like she said, like Dance Gavin Dance, Issues, or like the After Image a lot.
I love Issues.
Oh, you said Issues. Now Kyle's gonna.
I love
Issues.
Issues.
Yeah, Jackie.
Like
really
that's like
Issues.
my inspiration.
Oh.
I just wish I could be like as good as like his fingernail or something, like
His fingernail. His new album is fucking fantastic. I love their new album that came out.
His voice is so beautiful.
I don't understand. As soon as I heard his first, it's not okay.
It's not.
It's not.
It isn't.
As soon as I heard the
allowed
first,
to do metal.
Exactly. As soon as I first heard that first vocal of the first new album, I immediate hard. I was like, oh my God, what is wrong with his voice? Stop it.
Oh man.
Stop it, dude. I can't maintain an erection for 45 minutes.
It won't stop.
I can't be so erect.
On the back of the bag. Right?
Oh shit. Help. I need some help. Medic.
Medic.
I need a medic.
Yes. Team Fortress. Yes.
Yeah, you gotta say it like hella game like.
Oh yeah, medic.
Or epic, army movie, military movie.
Oh yeah.
He's dying. He needs a medic. Classic.
Yeah. It's honestly exciting to see two frontmen, I guess is how to put it. A frontman and a front woman. I've always really liked that kind of concept. You've got bands like Eyes Set to Kill that did that very well early in like the whole post-hardcore and emo-core scene, but they've kind of fizzled out. So I'm wondering, is there like a future that we can expect that is along those lines, or anything quite like that?
To be honest, I don't know too much about Eyes Set to Kill. I can't remember what you said just now, but so I feel kind of silly right now.
Right?
Do you mean like us maintaining like the co frontman thing, or?
Yeah, because like in particular, like Eyes Set to Kill had a hard time keeping a screamer in the band. They had always had the same female vocalist who was, I guess, their rhythm guitarist too. I don't really know.
Yeah, I saw them one time. I do remember seeing they used to have two females. I saw them at work one time a long time ago.
Yeah, the guitarist and the bassist are like sisters, and they've had the band. They're from Arizona, weirdly enough. I don't know if they're even. I don't know what they're doing anymore. I used to be so into them. I honestly, your guys' setup reminds me of a setup I was trying to start with a couple of friends of mine in 2011. Mm-hmm. It's interesting to see how that it's still kind of like a thing that people still manage to put together, is the female singer with the male screamer. But when you hear, and I'm sorry, I don't actually remember your name.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, Jackie.
Jackie, sorry.
Jackie
I'm
and
the worst
Frankie.
with names.
Both
I'm sorry.
IEs at the end.
Both of us are pretty bad at names.
Yeah.
I'm bad at names too.
It's not the first time I've had to ask someone's name halfway through an interview too.
Yeah, what was that?
What was that name you said you had?
Why are you here?
Who are you?
Get out.
That's me. I'm over here. So have you always known how to sing and scream, or was screaming something you learned later?
I learned screaming. So me and Frankie started dating in what was it?
2013.
Okay, yeah, 2013, and Frankie already, he's a screamer and he's really good. And the first thing he shows me is like he sends me his band's music, and I'm like impressed because I'm like, oh, this is actually really good and technical. That's pretty cool. That tickles my fancy. And, yeah, because like I'm always really impressed by like that kind of stuff. Just someone just dedicating a lot of time to something like that, their instrument, whether it be their voice or their guitar. So I can recognize. I played orchestra as a kid, and I played a lot of classical and fiddle, and like I recognize good music like that. And plus I listen to progressive metal too. So I was like, wow, he's a really good vocalist, and we started dating, and he kind of like I just at first I didn't really try, but I don't know, after, like he said, just after like seeing all these bands and like seeing it work, and singing and screaming and also singing R&B style, like really really pretty stuff, but also like really really heavy music works. And I said, hey, I want to learn vocals, and he gave me a lot of pointers and directed me towards like videos that he was like, yep, this is good. You just practice this in the morning, like, because he would work in the morning and I work later at night because I just retail. And yeah, just practice.
I heard that.
Like 2015.
Huh? I heard retail.
Yeah, of course. I never have a good job, really. Not while I'm a musician.
I mean, you can take your anger out later on, but
definitely it helped me because I worked at Goodwill. So
oh God, R.I.P.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God,
I'm
yeah. And then I worked in an office.
I mean, I work at Walmart as we speak, but that's besides the point.
Oh yeah, see, I feel that. I understand. I understand everything. I get it. And I found out Goodwill is like hella evil, by the way, just like Walmart. So I was like, wow.
Yeah, that whole do good moniker that
for
they
the community.
Yeah. Or that whole we are family.
No.
Yeah.
You mean give us your money? Yeah.
It's hella evil.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, we are family. All right, hold on. Let me sharpen my knife real quick. Turn around.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, okay, how do I keep these people working here but not give them medical benefits? Yes, perfect. All right.
I love the one,
but not too much.
Yeah, exactly. Or they're like my situation. So you want to be fired, go part-time, or do what you absolutely can't stand? It's one of the two.
Oh God.
I guess I'll fucking hate myself. I'll just go back to doing that. That's
a struggle, man. That's definitely a struggle. And then but Frankie always jokes that I was like Gretzko because like I worked at office and I came home like angry every day. Just practice vocals angrily.
Literally me. Me.
So I work at Starbucks, and every so often I just kind of step into the back and I let out a gnarly guttural, and then I walk right back into the floor like nothing even happened. And there have been a couple times where I've done that, where customers standing in line just kind of look at me like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I do the same shit. I sit there and like I'm on the sales floor as well. So I like do it in the back and I do it out in the fucking sales floor. Like sometimes I'll just be like and I'll just do that to myself. And then I'll be out and I forget that I'm on the sales floor and I'll be like and I'm like, oh wait. On the sales
Sorry,
floor.
buddy. I was practicing for this gore grind project I'm starting.
All right. How's this? Where's it going? How's that going?
Amazing. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So that was my next question. What was some of the bands that got you into playing music at an early age?
Oh, mine's like hecka weird. But so video game music, to be honest, like he said, a lot of composers from that inspired me. I started orchestra, I played violin, so that already like kind of set me in the direction. I mean, I always liked music at a young age. I used to like listen to like Boys to Men a lot and like stuff like that. And but I also grew to like heavier stuff too. I listened to like Alice in Chains and then like Korn when I was really little. And like of course Linkin Park. And that was like singing and screaming too. So I always like that. And then as I got older, I found progressive metal, and that was like After the Burial and the Faceless. Between the Buried and Me was a big influence on me.
Very technically solid bands.
Yeah. I never heard anything like it before, and I was like, this is what I've been looking for all my life. I just knew that was the music that I wanted to do or try to do or play it someday. It was a dream, I didn't think I could though, but I never seen girls really do this kind of stuff. So
yeah,
I was like, maybe, but I started seeing some girls do it. It was Shani Crab from Antheos. And she also was in another band. What was her band right before that? It's such a prog. Yeah,
some hella prog. Yes.
Yeah, like it's like structures, like that. But like,
oh my god,
bridges or something.
I can fucking see it too. That's the worst fucking part.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, girl. But
fucking struggle.
If you guys haven't heard her though, so she's really good. She auditioned for Vela Maya. And she's amazing. She's in a band with like top tier musicians. So if you guys haven't heard anything else, I would definitely check them out.
I'm sure I've heard of them, but haven't actually given it a chance. It's on my list now. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it's super heavy. It's really technical. It's really good. Really just like amazing.
Originally had like all the old people from Animosity actually for a while. If you guys remember that band.
I do remember that band.
I do. Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
A long time since I've heard that name.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
Dude, yeah, it's been because these people are like around they're like around my age. I'm 30, so they're like been around for a while. Like I kind of started late, but they've been around for a long time. So
dude, respect. I just turned 28 like 2 days ago. No, not 2 days.
Wow.
Happy late birthday.
Hey, at least you're not 21. That would make me really jealous. So.
All right, listen here. I'm 22. I'm 22.
He's got his whole life ahead of him. Struggles with crippling depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah, I got this. I'll be turning 23 in April. Woo!
Oh, you're like me. I turned 29 in April.
His birthday's in April too.
Wow, you guys are actually surprisingly like, not. I expected you guys to be much younger. I got to be honest about that.
It's okay. Everybody does. Everybody does.
And you do.
I know.
You do not look your age.
22. I'm like, bitch, I wish.
Bitch.
Well, you look 22. I'm like, well, I guess that's better than looking 30. Thanks.
Thanks.
Little did you know, I'm like your mommy's age.
Don't tell them that. They might like that.
Yeah, don't say shit.
Well, luckily some of these are like really nice girls, so
there you go. There you go.
I hope not.
So
like I was a big sister.
What has been some of the response at your shows? Have you guys been? Because I'm not really familiar with what your guys' live setup has been. Have you guys done full tours, or are you just doing local shows at this point?
So our live setup has been kind of interesting. Like I was saying before, we pretty much were like an internet band for a while. Like we just would record music because Daisuke, around the time Trump got back in office, had to go back to Japan because his visa got denied. It was silly. And
this is one of the many reasons why we will continue to say fuck Trump on this show.
Yeah, I agree. It was really silly. And wow. We had another guy that tried out for guitar. That was gonna go to the same school as Daisuke. He found us through Instagram really too as well. His name's Felipe Herboso. You can check him out. He's like a really, really popular guitarist in Brazil. Yes. He got a scholarship to go to MI too, and had a full ride and everything. And he was like, I'm gonna come there. He wrote a song for the band, same thing as Daisuke, and was like, he was really, really good. We're like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. We'll have another guitarist, and we got Daisuke, and it's gonna work out great. But same thing happened. They denied his visa, like post Trump, and he told us the same thing. He said, yeah, Trump's denying a lot of visas right now because they think a lot of these exchange students are gonna come to America, go to school, then finish school, and then not go back home, and But
Jesus Christ.
Yes, it's silly shit. It's silly shit.
Sad, man.
But it is what it is.
Much more racist than that.
Yeah, and they detained Daisuke in this room with this old lady, and they treated him like criminals. It was terrible. The story he told me, I was just like,
yeah, he got detained for like 8 hours. They wouldn't let him go
to the bathroom. Like he had to pee, and he's like, again. He's like, it's been 7 hours. Like I need to go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
any longer, I'm just gonna whip it out and piss right here.
Jesus.
Wow, it was weird.
But yeah, but I digress. So around that time, we were just doing the internet thing. We hadn't had any plans to do live shows or anything. But when we put out the song Brotherhood, like maybe like a month after we put it out, this YouTube page called Dreambound, you might have heard them. They're like a relatively popular YouTube page. They reached out to us and said, hey, we heard Brotherhood. We think it's a really catchy song. We think it'd do really well on our page. Would you guys be interested in like letting us like sponsor it there? And we were like, hell yeah. We looked at their view count. They had like a lot of views. So we're like, yeah, hell yeah. We're just a small internet band. We don't really have that much, of a following. So yeah, most definitely. So they put us on there, and they got us like 100,000 views, like 100,000 plus views for Brotherhood.
Holy
and
shit.
Like kind of like it was pretty crazy. We didn't expect it to get that many, but it got quite a bit. So a lot of people were like reaching out to us saying, hey, we heard Brotherhood, it's really good. And amongst all these people that were reaching out to us, this guy, his name's Cameron Norris. He works for a booking company, like a tour agency called Dreamer Agency, yeah, down in SoCal, and a band that they were like prospecting to sign to their like management label was planning to do a tour, and they had mentioned like of the bands they want to tour with, us is one of them. And at the time, I guess because of the way we kind of like handled our image like through Facebook and like Instagram and all that bullshit,
right.
It seemed like they thought we were like, we're like a legit touring band. They looked at the video, they looked at our pictures and stuff like that. They're like, oh yeah, you guys seem legit. Y'all want to do this tour? And Jacquie at the time had never even played a show. Like she'd never played a
This was in February.
Yeah, this was literally last year. Last year. Oh no, this year. Oh yeah. Technically it was this year, February of this year. Yeah. So they asked us like about a year ago. And me and Jacquie talked it over. And at the time it was literally just me and Jacquie doing Lucrecia. And we were working. It was just me and her working with Daisuke and then Asher Ali of the After Image at the time. Writing our new album with us. But we were like, we don't have anybody. But we were like, what should we do? And we consulted each other. And Jacquie said, I really want to do this. It sounds like a lot of fun. Like you could find people, right? And I was like, I don't know. It seems kind of tough, but fuck it, let's do it. So we told them, yeah, we're like, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do the tour. So they're like, it's gonna be a 12-day tour. You're gonna go through like 6 states. Pretty standard stuff. And so they're like, we'll let you know, as we get it, set up. And so they were like, we'll have it done by like February. And this was like in like November, December. So we were like, had a couple months to get round these people up. So I started just asking people. So we, there was a guy who played drums in another band that was local that found our music like a year prior when James left. And he wanted to try out for drums at the time, but because we kind of backburnered everything because James kind of dipped on us and he was like one of our, like our solid rock people that we needed to play. You can't really do much without a guitarist. So we're like, fuck it. So I hit him back up and he was like instantly down. He was like, yeah, let me just, relearn the songs and I'll see what's up and I'll start playing with you guys. I reached out to this other homie. His name is Nando from this band Chapters and Sharp Tongue. Yeah. And had him play bass. He's originally a guitarist. He tried actually out for Lucrecia a while back, but due to the, like the dedication you have to put to the material, because it's like pretty technical material, he didn't really have the time because he has a pretty serious job, but he said he could do bass. So we're like, okay, we'll have you come do bass. And I got, I just slowly assembling like the Avengers, man.
Yes,
and then I hit up my old guitarist, Jacob, who used to play in Plagues of the Armada with me. He was going through like a interesting patch in his life, so he was like open, he wanted to do something different, something fun. So we had him play rhythm, but he's like, I don't think I can play the lead, so I'll do rhythm. So we had everybody, but I couldn't really find anybody to do the lead for the tour. Like it was kind of hard, like because most of the people that live around here that are like really solid guitarists are already in bands. Like there's a lot of really, really good guitarists around here, but they're all in like touring bands. So it's like I was kind of shit out of luck. But
is this?
Yeah, it was rough. So we got down to the last month. We were on the last month, and I was still looking, and I couldn't find him. We were running practices and everything already by this point. And I went on a whim. There used to be this guy who lived here. He's a good friend of ours. His name was Nick Hyatt. He used to play in this band called Oculus, I believe. Here, it was like a progressive death metal band. But he moved to Texas to be in this band called Notions. Maybe you guys heard them. They're like rap gent kind of stuff.
I've heard of the first one.
They're on
maybe.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Stay Sick Records.
Yeah,
and
but
they do pretty well on there.
Yeah, so we I hit him up. I know that he's like a really really dedicated to playing guitar. Like that's like his favorite shit to do is play guitar. Like that's what he lives for. So I reached out to him. I was like, hey man, I know you live really far. We're doing this tour. Would you be interested in doing it? And like without a thought, he was like, yeah, dude, I'll do it. And like drop of a hat, he's like, yeah, I'll fucking do it. And we're like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I could probably learn all the material in like maybe like a week, 2 weeks tops. And I was like,
any money or nothing.
Yeah, it was really weird. I was like 2 weeks, dude. I was like, it's kind of hard. I was like, you got like a month, but he's like, I promise, I'll learn it in like 2 weeks. And we're like, all right, dude, whatever you say. So I got the tabs.
Yo, this sounds like Andrew. That sounds like Andrew Patterson, dude. That sounds like Andrew.
Literally.
Bro, it was like some literally shit. It was crazy. So he was like, just give me the tabs. So I sent him the tabs and stuff like that. And in literally like in a week and a half, not even 2 weeks, dude, he hit me back up saying, he's like, I learned all the songs. We're good to go. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, we're good to go, bro.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was wild. And we're
I
like,
can
all
only
right,
imagine your reaction. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nuts. I couldn't believe it. So we're like, all right, dude. So we're like, he didn't ask for any money at the time, but we offer you like, we'll pay for your plane ticket out here so you can get out here and start the tour off easy. So we got him a flight out here. And he came and the tour went really good. We didn't practice for. The first show was kind of shot because we'd never played together like on a live set. So it was kind of funky for us. We had a couple like weird problems, like accents and stuff like that. And there was the tones were supposed to change with according to the backtracks. We had some issues with shit like that. And like setup and stuff like that.
Like 300 or 400 people.
Yeah, the first show we played, it was a sold out show too. So it was pretty crazy.
It was the worst in a way, but
yeah, we played to like 300 something people, but so we had the flubs were kind of funny, but it still went pretty well. But after a couple days on the tour, we got really really in sync with each other, and everything was like super tight. So after that, it went pretty well. We came home. Everybody that was in, did the tour with us aside from Nick decided that they during the tour wanted to keep playing with us. As like live musicians, they weren't necessarily in the band yet, but they were saying like we're interested. And at the time, since we had like a lot of weird stuff happening with our members, and me and Jacquie and Daisuke were kind of the only people who were really like pushing Lucrecia, we decided like don't bring people in yet until we're really sure that they're really interested in playing the music and they're not just like here fun and then bounce later.
It's like
and waste our time.
Like a relationship.
Yeah, you got to build it and maintain that shit.
It's a fact.
You gotta wine them and dine them.
They gotta prove themselves they're worthy that they won't betray us. It's like I do like say it's kind of like a girlfriend or boyfriend in a way. Obviously not like romantically, but in a sense like you want them to be there for you, loyal, like not screw you over in the end.
Yeah, because that shit with James had us salty. We were so salty after
like we're
that
shook that they're just gonna cut in the middle and like block us, like which is what he did. He just like blocked us, and like there's no contact at all.
All right. Here's
on
the motherfucking team. Let's get it.
Yeah, so we were really like kind of shook about it. So we told everybody like because we really enjoyed the tour with them. It was a lot of fun. Like we bonded all with everybody really well, and we really made it like a good little squad. So we were like down with them. Like we can keep playing together. So we didn't really play any shows after the tour for a while. We just practiced a lot. Tried getting down some newer material because like I was saying that Daisuke and our friend Asher and all of us had been working on this album. So we've been trying to get this album written out while we were doing this. And then a couple months after that, we got offered a show from the guy who booked our first hometown show here. His name's Chad Engelgage. He works for Artery Foundation. And he booked us a show with the Faceless. It was like super random.
He's a good person to know if anybody is listening from California.
Yeah, he's a really, really, really nice guy.
I definitely want to hit up him, and he's a really great person to work with.
Yeah, he really liked us a lot. So he was like, hey, I know you guys aren't like the heaviest band, but I think you guys would do really good. You guys are really technical, and I think you have a good sound that like a lot of people would really enjoy. So you guys should try to play the show. And I was like, okay, so we'll do it. Like, we're like, everybody was down. We never really played with any like super big bands yet, with this band. I'd played with some other bands in my other previous band, but this was like the first time Lucrecia was doing anything pretty big. So we're like, all right, let's do it. So
at what point was this?
Yeah. The dude was super nice too. He said, we know that you guys are out of town, so you guys don't have to sell tickets, but we're going to give you these tickets. And if you can sell at least 20 of them. If you can sell at least 20, I'll be happy. If you can't, I'm not gonna hold you guys to it. You won't have to pay any money. Don't worry. I just want to get you guys out here and have people here. So we were like super happy about it. So we were like, okay, but we're like we'll try. So luckily, because we were still pretty new and we had like a little bit of that buzz from the internet, we were able to pull like 70 people, I think, to the show. And then the promoter was like really impressed. He was like, "Fuck, dude, that's really awesome. I didn't expect you guys to pull this many people." And we're like, "Oh, just trying to put our work in, because we don't want to be just try to like coast on by. We want to like build ourselves up." So he was like, "Okay, that's pretty good." And at the time we were asking about this venue. There's another venue in town. It's the biggest venue in Sacramento called Ace of Spades, and they're a little group of the artery dudes. They pretty much book all the big shows in Sac. So we were trying to show that we're a decent band. So we're like, how do we get there? And he's like, well, he wasn't trying to be rude or condescending, but he said playing those kind of shows are kind of hard. You have to sell like 100+ tickets, but consistently. So he said
prove that they that you could do it. Meaning, I think he was saying, I don't know, because we just started.
Yeah, because we were really new. It made sense. It wasn't like he was trying to be a dick or anything. He was really straightforward and was being nice. But he said, I can put you in contact with the guy who books higher up than me, the bigger shows in Sac. So he hooked us up with this guy. His name's Simon Martin, I think. He works.
No,
Presley. Sorry. He's with this band called Merchants, and he books like the middle to higher tier shows in Sac. He gave us this locals only show. It was an interesting test. He was like, they put us on this locals only show, and they said if you can sell as many tickets as you did for like the Faceless show, I for sure can get you in talks with the guy who does the bigger shows here, like the biggest ones. And we're like, okay. And he's like, no, again, he said, no, if you guys can't sell the tickets, you're not going to be held financially responsible. So don't worry, just, do your best. And if you guys can do it, good job. So for that show, we buckled down pretty hard and we sold like 100 tickets, like right on the mark. And they were like, whoa, wow, this is pretty crazy. This is like the most tickets anybody for like a locals only show is sold for any of our shows. So we're for sure going to put you we'll put you in talks with the guy above us. So we wait like a week, and after like a week, we decided to hit them back up about a show. We were kind of already eyeballing the show, but we were kind of just hoping that like once we got in good graces with them, if we asked them for the show, they would just be cool and be like, yeah, you guys totally put in the work. Fucking, you got it.
Trying to butter them up.
Yeah, pretty much. We're just trying to work the angle that we have, because we're still pretty small. So we fucking hit them up asking about this show with Issues. Polyphia and Issues, because
Sleep Token.
Yeah, it was like a pretty good tour. We're like, this is a pretty good show.
That's a good tour for you guys. That would be a great lineup for you guys.
Yeah, it was awesome. So,
and like, as you already know, Issues is like my like inspiration. So.
Me too, girl. Me too.
Yeah, so like,
Kyle's like hyperventilating just thinking about
I'm about to have another heart attack over here. Shit.
Yeah, it can't hurt to ask. All he's gonna say is either yes or no.
Yeah, but we had high hopes on the yes. So we reached out to him and we hit up Simon and we was like, yo, what's good with the Issue show in Sac? We want to, we'd really like to play with them. And we think we could probably sell a lot of tickets for that show. And it was like pretty fast. They were like, we already have a lot of people lined up talking about the show and blah, 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 blah. And I don't think, we can get you on the show. And we were all pretty disappointed. We said, oh, okay. And, just kind of accepted it, but we're kind of disappointed. And then, the same day, Chad, the homie that works, underneath them, he said, I have a show with that band. I Set My Friends on Fire. He's like, would you guys want to play a show with them? And I told him, I was like, I'll think about it. I need to see what's up. Cause I was still trying to, I don't know why, even though they said no, I was trying to keep my cards open and say, hopefully maybe it work something. And the following day, or maybe like the day after that, Simon hits up Jacquie and was like, hey, Jacquie, I need to talk to you. Hit me up. So we're like, all right, whatever. And she's like, hey, Simon hit me up. I'm going to go hit this dude up. So we're like, all right, let's get it. So she fucking hits him up and was like, hey, what's going on, man? Everything cool? And he's like, hey, so I know I told you. No, yeah, he's like, I know that I told you no to the show in Sac, but how would you guys feel about playing the Regency in SF? And the Regency, if you guys don't know, is like one of the top 2 to 3, in my opinion, biggest venues like in town. Like
San Francisco.
Yeah, in San Francisco. It's like a lot of really big bands play there.
And it's hella old. It's hella classic. It's like iconic.
Yeah, it's like a really nice venue. So
I've been there many times.
Same here. I grew up going to that venue, so I was like
seeing all the badasses there.
Yeah, so
monuments.
We were like, fuck people. Yeah, we're gonna do it. So
that'd be like upstate concert hall for us.
Yeah, seriously.
So fucking we get on that show. They told us we have to do like 100+. We easily sell the tickets. It was pretty good because luckily since we were playing with such big bands, like it didn't take people much.
Yeah, I just went on the Polyphia fan pages.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Told them if they want like cheaper ticket to get it from me.
Yeah, we just hustled. We just hustled
Yeah,
hard.
I was at the Issues fan page too.
Yeah, we're pretty good.
We're just
Oh my
skimming
God.
dollars off of the top.
Fans, so it was pretty awesome.
No sales
that
tax
price
right
down.
here.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty good show.
Because like I was like, we're gonna do this no matter what. Like I definitely got to get on this shit. I gotta get in good graces with this guy, because I need to be on more like this, because that's like like I said, I'm only like 30. I feel like I'm pushing it. Like I feel like I gotta grind extra hard to catch up with everybody.
Mhm.
I know the struggle, man.
But yeah,
What
so
we gotta do, man?
we played the HQ show, and it went really well. We had a lot of people come out to see us. Luckily, people showed up really early. We kind of told everyone we were playing earlier than we were, so we get a lot of people to come. But a lot of new people came out too, so it was pretty awesome. And the response was really, really good. It was probably like the best response we've ever had at a show. Like it was kind of dreamlike for all of us. Like none of us expected to be like that crazy, but it was pretty hype. It was so hype that after that we were like, we gotta continue on the stride and keep playing shows like this. Like this was a good spiritual high. So
It's hard because those don't come around every day, and also other bands have to have a shot too. But it's still pretty awesome, and I feel like we're gonna have something soon, early next year, especially after we get the album out. I feel like we're gonna be able to do something again.
yeah,
Hopefully.
You heard it here, guys. 2020, Lucrecia.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
it's
I had a stroke there trying to say your band name.
But yeah, so that's
Lucrecia.
yeah, but pretty much yeah. So that was like the last really big show we played.
Well, you gotta tell them about the funny parts, though. We gotta make this interesting.
You lay on.
The funny parts. The funny, hilarious parts is, okay, we're done with the show. We're like we're first band, of course, we're opening. So usually it's kind of like the roughest, like you may not have the full amount of people there, but honestly, a lot of Polyphia fans was in there and Issues fans giving us a shot. And so after that we played, we go to our merch table, and it's like loud and packed, and like a lot of people around the merch table.
Yeah, the whole room's
like
filled with
yelling
people.
for merch.
Holy
It's
shit.
like
It was like a fucking stock market, dude.
it's like it's like Fry from like Futurama. He's got the money in the hand, and he's like, take my money, like, and he's like, they're like waving it in the air. And
It was crazy. Yeah, we posted some videos of it. It was nuts. But,
and I'm like, oh god, and I'm like a little. Me and Frankie are like kind of shy. Some band members like eat it up, and then me and Frankie are just kind of shy. Like, we do well with 1 to 2 people at a time, but when it comes to like this many, we get like really overwhelmed. But we didn't really have a choice, so we had to go in there and like do crowd control, because they were all trying to get merch. And there wasn't enough people. I don't think we had anybody at the merch table.
Yeah, we did it. We were stupid. We thought because we were small that we weren't really gonna have that many people
There was
buying
like
stuff from us. So we
What
had
a fucking whip.
Fans went behind the table to help us out, like our
a
friends'
couple
fans.
homies,
Yeah.
a couple
Oh
homies
That's
that was
awesome.
back there. They hopped behind the table with me and they were like, "What do you need?" So
Oh,
luckily we were able to get
God.
it to work.
That's
But,
Yes.
awesome.
we did. We had one homie.
I need a drink. That's what the fuck I need.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was how I felt.
actually I
After we
did get a
finished, yeah, I
drink.
went and got one.
I definitely went straight to the bar
Yeah.
and got a beer, and then I was able to kind of mingle a little bit.
The funniest part though is that everybody else in the band, they saw me and they like dipped. They were like, "Oh shit, this is crazy." So they all bounced.
Oh
and
no.
We had one homie that we were brought there that was supposed to like kind of do merch for us. His name's Julian.
But
He's
mostly he's supposed to just play people in Smash.
Bros. Yeah, because he's a professional Smash Bros player. That we're really good friends with. And it's like a tradition in our shows that we always bring our Nintendo Switch with like a little TV, and we all play Smash. We always play Smash with like all the fans, any friends,
anybody
like,
comes up.
just to meet people and have and stuff like that. So,
it's like part of our thing. So it's like if you really, I don't know. I just feel like it's us, so it's just what we do.
Yeah, we love playing Smash after every practice.
Oh my god, I haven't played that in years. Oh my god.
I need to catch up. I have been so far
Insane.
behind in video games. Like I'm missing out. I know it.
I'm caught up with video games, but I used to be a Pac-Man main on Super Smash Bros. So, oh my god, I'd play fucking terribly. I'd be terrible.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
But
he's annoying sometimes for sure.
The homie though, he's a pro. So we did this thing. He was like, "I want to come out to your show." We're like, "Hey, how about we run this thing where you're at our table and you play other people in Smash, and if they don't have to take
if he wants to do money matches, he could do money matches. If he doesn't have to.
But
if you think they're good enough,
you want to
do this for fun or for profit. It's up to you. No pressure.
My headphones suck. Sorry about that. Can you repeat that?
Oh yeah, I said we could do this for fun or for profit. No biggie, no pressure.
No.
Not everybody has the chops. I don't blame him. I wouldn't put money against them.
But for the most part, he actually had people betting, like people that thought they were pretty good at Smash.
Which some of them really were, though.
Yeah, there were some really good players there.
They really
surprisingly.
were.
They got pretty close with them, but they did like merch matches. So if they lost,
there you go.
They had to buy merch.
But if they won, Julian would
get a free merch.
So
but we knew he wasn't gonna lose. But hey, he was close though. He was.
There was a couple people.
There was one person that got him. It was almost there.
Oh god.
Well, luckily he likes our band, so that was the first time.
Hustle. Here's a T-shirt.
Yeah.
We had to buy a shirt.
Here's a shirt.
So the table got really hyped, dude. Like after Julian, it took him forever to get back. But once Julian got back, and he was like, "Oh shit, stuff's going down." He got behind the table. And all these people were playing Smash against him, and
it's going crazy.
When the other bands were playing, like the room was still hella full of people, and like security started getting mad because they're like, "This is too loud. You have too many fucking people in here. This is like a fire hazard." So like we have to shut this table down. Like you can't have more than like 5 people at this table at a time.
Oh, for God's sake!
Fuck
off! Fuck off! We literally, Pat. Remember that fucking what the hell was it? It was the fucking. Oh my god, what the fuck venue did we go to? Was it like the fucking Fuse Box? Yeah, it was a Fuse Box.
The Downswing show?
Yeah, the fucking Downswing show, bro. Like there was like 50 people at one merch. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Gotta love that about the bigger
Yeah,
venues.
it's
literally Nazi over everything.
We weren't used to it.
Yeah, I guess you already know, but that was my first time, so I'm so used to like chill. Chad Ellison, like who's hella chill, and he's excited that we're like creating this hype and momentum. He's like loving it. But then I go to this Regency, and it's like, oh, we want to cut the merch. You shut down the merch table. Like, I can't have this.
No, you're not getting our bread.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is my bread.
We came here to get this bread, son. Fuck out of here.
Crazy. I was like, damn, cut merch too.
So the other part that happened after that, after they shut the table down, one of the performers on that night was this rapper. His name was Lil Aaron. So Lil Aaron was walking around, the merch area, chopping it up with like his merch people and like Issues merch people, and he sees like our table popping off hella crazy. He's seeing like everyone just going wild, dude. It was crazy. So many people were screaming. So he comes up to my boy Julian, and he's like, "Hey, yo," he's like, "You think you're pretty good in Smash?"
He said, "How good are you?"
And then he's like, "I think I'm pretty good."
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty good. He doesn't tell him that he's like a really famous YouTuber.
He's pretty
or a pro.
confident.
And he's like,
that's pretty good.
Aaron was like, how would you like, this guy
against
my best guy, pretty much is what he's saying. And it's funny because prior to the show, Jacquie was having this little conversation with Sky from.
It only lasted 2 comments.
Yeah, it was pretty short, but she challenged him to Smash, and he said
like,
that
hey, we should play Smash sometimes.
So
and he's like, I would fuck your ass up. And the guy posted it, liked his comment.
It was funny.
It's like they were laughing at me. I was like, oh no, I just got bullied by like the bassist of one of my favorite bands.
It was so funny. Jacquie was like, oh, I'm about to bring J-Tails with me and see what happens with J-Tails. So coincidentally, everything just kind of falls into place.
I wanted him to face him to take him down a notch and a peg. So
it was funny as shit. So coincidentally, Lil Aaron comes up and asks J-Tails, play the best guy, who coincidentally is Sky from Issues.
Yes,
so
yes.
The show's over. All of us have to fucking go back to my house because there's a bunch of people waiting to hang out with us and like throw a little after party thing, celebrate the show.
Shindig.
And fucking so our guitarist, this kid Forrest Goddard, he's like he plays lead guitar for us now. He's like really, really good at guitar.
Yeah, you should check him out.
Yeah, you should check him out. He's pretty popping on YouTube and stuff like that.
He's
but
also in Verona now.
Yeah, he decides, he was like, I want to stay behind. I want to meet Issues and kind of see the shit pop off. So
he wants to see this epic moment in history.
I'm gonna fucking stay behind. So Forrest stays behind and we all leave.
I didn't know. I wish I was there, dude. Oh my god, I would ordered it.
Oh, I would have loved it.
He's on the bus too. Yeah. On the bus with Issues, playing Smash.
So yeah, they go on the bus. They play 4 games. My friend Julian fucking wrecks him like 3 games in a row, and then like around the 3rd or 4th game,
3 stocks.
Around the 3rd or 4th game, Sky like kind of wises up. He's like, "Hey, bro, your voice kind of sounds familiar." And he's like, "It does." He's like, "Yeah, I swear I heard it somewhere."
They were gonna bet $100.
Oh yeah, originally
the whole
bet $100 too. Yeah.
Was that Lil Aaron is scouting people who they think are good, and they're willing to bet $100 against Sky and Issues. So Sky's like, "Oh, you down to bet the 100?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm down," because my friend Julian he's top 20 in America, so he's like pretty confident. And he's like, "Wait a minute, your voice sounds familiar." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm J Tails." He was like honest and pretty.
No.
He didn't. He said Julian.
He said straight up. He's like, "You're J Tails from YouTube."
Oh, he did. Okay, so then he's like, "Oh, we're not betting $100 anymore."
So then he backed out of the 100, but he's like, "What do you want?" He's like, "What else would you want instead?" And he's like, "I want you." He's like, "I didn't really want the money anyway." He's like, "I just want you guys to shout out my homie's band." And he's like, "All right." So he beats him, and Sky stays true to his word. He hits him up. Like they come back, like maybe like an hour later, and they show us the video of him like winning one of the matches.
Yes.
And everybody in his bus like popping off, and then he hits him up like literally like 20 minutes later via text saying like, "Yo, what's your band's homies or your homie's band's Twitter?" So they shouted us out, and it was pretty cool. It was a pretty awesome show.
No one knew that was like because he won the match. Like they thought issues all that's nice. They're shouting out the opening band, and I said no, we earned it.
No, we fucking earned that.
I said. My assassin in there, bro.
The real MVP.
Yeah.
Yes,
it worked out perfectly. I didn't even have to do anything. I thought I was gonna have to set it up. It all worked out from perfectly. I didn't have planned it any better than that. It was so awesome.
But yeah, so that was
like,
that's
right. That's what you get.
It was a really, really fun show. A lot of really crazy shit happened at that show.
He comes back to the party. Everybody's been drinking, right? And he shows us the video, and everybody just goes, "Oh, like all in the background." Oh my god, that's the best thing ever. I don't think I could beat that, you guys. I don't think it's gonna get better than that. Sniping someone with my top 20 friends.
God damn.
And I tried asking this earlier, but I imagine because of the headset issue, you didn't hear me. Around what time was this?
That they had the match?
Like the just the show in general.
Show was around like 7. We played
November.
around like 7:30. Are you talking about the time frame or like the month or the day?
The day, like how long ago did this happen?
Oh, shit. Okay, this was in like November 17th, I think.
Yeah, mid-November.
So it was only like not even a month ago, man. It was over a month ago.
God damn.
I feel.
I feel like you guys are gonna like pop off tomorrow, and we're just not even gonna know.
To let you know, I doubt it. We're hoping. I said when we put this album out that it'll pop off. Because we didn't like really have a band. It was just me, Jacquie, and Daisuke. We worked with some friends that we had met over the couple years, and we got some pretty awesome friends that work on the album with us. So we're pretty excited. It's gonna be like an epic smash reveal.
So the album cover is going to be a Smash inspired a little bit.
Actually, the person who did the art for our cover did actually work on some kind of game related stuff. It's this
she's so good.
Girl named Yahime. She did I don't know if you guys ever played the game. It's an old PS1 game. It's called Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. I have.
You just made Kyle very excited.
Soundtrack work for like the re-release vinyl that they did. Before we even knew.
It's just hella random though. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like somebody that I already looked at coincidentally did some awesome shit.
Yeah, and we were already trying to work with her, but yeah, so that's kind of game related. So kind of like
we're hoping to get more. To be honest, like it would be really sick to get more involved in that. Like, have you guys heard of Death Stranding?
Yes. Bring Me the Horizon was just put on that.
Oh yeah.
Crazy right now, right?
Yeah.
And
they wrote that song in like 6 days for that.
Oh yeah,
Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, that's you already know a little bit. Then they have church on it. They have the Bring Me the Horizon. I mean, honestly, like he prefers more soft stuff, but it would be. It's definitely something on my list to have our music in a video game. That's definitely one of the goals for sure.
If any game developers are listening, first of all, we made it.
We made it.
Second of all, check out Lucrecia because they definitely want their music in video games.
Yes, and we'll write one for it too. I don't care.
I don't care. I'll write one right now.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. I'll drop everything
by tomorrow. No,
I'll do it tomorrow. I'll get it
I'll
done
do it tomorrow. I need.
Best if it was Final Fantasy hitting us up. Yes, we would.
I mean, I would give up my left testicle, even though I'm not a gamer. I'm not a gamer, but I would give up my left testicle to have any kind of Final Fantasy exposure. So I definitely get that.
You get it. You get it. If I had one of those testicles, I would definitely give it up.
You could give up a chesticle, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh wow, yeah, because you can see that.
At least I can walk around and nobody would know that I only got one testicle. They would know.
Because they like the sea boob chick and what that.
Nah, dude, it would make for a badass story. It'd be like, no, I gave this up for Final Fantasy. Fight me, bro.
That's
Fight me, bro.
Fortitude.
Yeah. They're like, let me see you do it. And I'm like, oh god.
I did it for the exposure.
Oh, I did it for the clout.
I did it.
I did it for the clout. Oh, I did it for The Rock. If you guys watch wrestling ever back in the day.
Yes, I did it. I did it for The Rock.
Yeah.
I did it for the people. Yes. Fucking The Rock making fun of Big Show. I remember that.
Yeah. Some crazy
Speaking kind
times.
of language.
I've been watching a lot of wrestling lately, especially AEW, the new fucking industry that's coming out.
So yeah, we have a shirt like based off of the Bullet Club actually.
Ooh.
We have a band shirt based off of that, yeah, but it's mixed with you know how they always have like a skull or something in the middle.
Yep.
So we did the legendary skull from Halo.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
right, I need that shirt.
Club.
I need that shirt right now.
Sick, man. I love it. Personally, I love it.
Just give me.
All right. I'm gonna send you my address, and you better send that shit to me. I need that fucking shit right now. I need that.
Dude, yeah, definitely. I love when people wear that because it tricks me. I'm like, oh wait, is that my shirt? Oh wait, no, that's an actual like Bullet Club shirt.
I don't think you realize I will literally wear that shirt and fucking shout you guys out. I'm not even joking. I will send you my address right now.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Not even a joke.
Don't say your address over the podcast, Kyle.
I'm not going to.
We don't need any death threats.
He's gonna get fan mail.
Refrain until afterwards.
If I get fan mail, it's just gonna be booze.
Anybody who listens to the show would know. Just send him
on an
Jaeger.
envelope.
Yeah, just send me Jaeger.
Oh no.
Just send him Jaeger.
Oh, Jaeger. Okay. I'll buy it from Amazon Prime.
All right, I got you.
Next day delivery for the homie.
All right. So, yes. All right, so listeners.
Oh, I see the Pac-Man right there. Look.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's right up there, bro.
I know Pac-Mans.
Dang, you do need to smash though, because you need to look at that when you feel inspired and just wreck on people.
Yes.
Throw their little fruits. Yes. Drop that fire hydrant on their head so they can't recover.
I don't think you realize I used to piss all my friends off with that fucking fire hydrant. That's all.
Yeah. So I brought it up. It's definitely like the worst thing. Drop it right on their head. They can't make it back to the stage.
And they're like, I don't know.
Yeah, especially like when he plays Cloud, like he said, it's just he's done.
Exactly.
Shit.
So listeners, if I get this shirt, I will be posting it.
Straight to the Instagram. Boom.
Straight to the Instagram.
They're like, what is happening? There's so much going on in this interview. It's all within a few months too, you guys. I mean, like technically like 7-8 months, all this shit happened. So I hope I have more stories for you next time.
No, honestly, I was actually just going to mention, so like you guys started this project like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And things are just now starting to like pop off. So
yeah, it was like I said before.
We took our time and we had to find the right people, and yes, it did take forever.
Yeah, and we, like I said, for a while it was just kind of a half serious, but still for fun.
Well, I was serious because I never got to do music before.
Okay.
To be
like, this is my baby. This is my baby.
No, it is. I was the first one there. Like, this was me. I just was practicing alone, hoping. And then Frankie said he'll help me. And then all of a sudden he's like, no, let's do this together. And like, let's make this legit. And I want to find people. He was like really like looking out for me. But
I don't know if you heard my heart melt, but that's what happened.
If anybody has any kind of anxiety or like social, like I said, agoraphobia, like I had that. I still have it, but I overcame a lot of that stuff, and I just want to tell everybody that they can overcome it too. Like it is. I want to tell people that story specifically because I just never thought I'd see literally the light of day. Like, I was in my room. I would not leave the room. I wouldn't even go get food. I would, like, starve. Like, it was bad. But through music and, you know, Frankie and all that and this band, I was able to overcome that enough where I'm performing now on a stage, which I could not have done a few years ago. Like, just a couple years ago, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So we can do this, you guys. We can do this.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to hug you so bad. Oh my god, that almost brought a tear to my eye. Oh my god.
Like, yeah, we have a lot of like goals with this band, not just musically, but like with people too, and you know, to do the right thing and using our platform to bring attention to things that I personally really care about, and Frankie, he cares about too. But I'm really vocal about these things. I'm like really like sensitive to a lot of shit that happens in the world, and I just want everybody to just live peacefully and like have a chance at a good, decent life. You know, everybody deserves at least that.
Exactly.
Fucking facts.
Big facts.
Big facts.
That's a big fact.
Big motherfucking facts.
All right. I want to get into songs. Okay. I just when you guys messaged us, I not gonna lie, I've never heard of you guys, so I was kind of skeptical. So I was like, okay, let me get into this. And
not gonna be honest, I set up some of these interviews just on a whim.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but so I had the hardest time trying to pick my favorite song out of all the songs that you guys put out.
Yay.
Thank you.
Oh, mine is without a doubt.
No, usually I'm the same way, Patrick. But this, it's a toss-up between Femto and I'm gonna butcher this fucking name. I'm gonna butcher this next one. Kata Doki.
Okay, can I try it? Hold on.
Bro.
Katawara Doki?
Yeah, Katawara Doki.
Oh, okay. That R is always what throws me off.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had some
it's like Ray.
Yeah. So I first listened to that song.
Or Katawara, if you want to be
exactly.
American.
Okay.
That's correct in a way, in our way. American way. Damn it.
America.
Fucking American.
So I didn't
say it.
Yes.
Then I say it but then it's funny because if you say that to Daisuke, he will not understand you. You have to say it with the accent to him, or else he does not understand. I'm not even kidding. Like, it sounds so corny because I suck at it, and I'm like, hey Daisuke, do you know Berserk? He's like, Berserk? I don't know what that is. Zeruku? And he's like, oh, Zeruku. And I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah. So
when I first listened to this song, okay, and I was like, okay, this is kind of. I just want to go over my favorite part, okay?
Okay, what is it?
It's something like it's either what the fuck was it when you first like, as soon as before the music even starts, it's like. Was it like I want to die or something?
Oh, I hate my life.
Yeah, it was like immediately, I hate my life! And then the breakdown hit, and I fucking paused it and died.
The director's like, run up to that thing and just yell, I hate my life.
I hate my life!
And I fucking just run up to this thing here. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I lost my fucking mind.
It's funny because at a show we have a friend who's like a really good friend of ours he comes like all our shows and stuff like that, and does guest vocals with us from time to time on Femto. His name is Joe from this band Infinito in Torqueo.
In Torqueo, yeah. He would love us saying
every show we play, and when we play Katawara, he literally always yells, I hate my life, yeah.
He says, I hate my life! Like in the crowd, like super loud, because he has a booming voice. He's a vocalist, so he's like super loud.
Yeah, we die like every time.
Show.
Now I expect it literally every time we play it. But,
I mean, it does make it interesting, but yes.
The context behind that scene, though, it's funny. The video, we based it off this movie, a film called Your Name. It's like was a really, really popular Japanese animated film, like an anime from
movie.
A film a couple years ago. And Daisuke, our guitarist, he doesn't he watches anime, but like he's not, you know, because to him it's like a normalized thing because he's used to it. It's like watching cartoons to him. So it's not nothing too crazy, but he still enjoys it. But he knows that we enjoyed it like a lot. So he went to Japan one summer, and when he came back, he was like, "Hey, I got to tell you about this film that I saw. I wrote this song based on this film, and I really enjoyed it. I thought the movie was really deep, and one of his favorite Japanese like rock bands produced the score for it. So he's like, I was really inspired, and I wrote the song, and I want you guys to see this film and write about it." And it was like the first time he'd ever asked us to do that. So we're like, "All right, yeah, sure, man. We'll whatever it is, bro, we'll watch it." So coincidentally, the film came out at literally the same day that he told us about it. It literally just dropped in America, like English dub and all that shit. So we're like, all right, we're cool. Theater and watched it, you know, kind of formulated this idea of the song. And when we wrote the song, we were like, okay, well, if we, you know, wrote the song about it, we should, you know, make a video, like do a concept video, because we'd never done that before. The other video was just like a band playing video. I was just jamming to Brotherhood. So we were like, fuck it. So we, you know, hit up a homie of ours who usually does like movies and like short films. And he really likes anime as well. So he was like, yeah, we gotta, you know, make it as close as we can, blah, blah, blah. So when we did it, he was like really persistent. He's like, we gotta put that I Hate My Life scene in there. We gotta put this girl, she does that, but she runs out to like a dock and then yells it, and then like
it's much more cute when she does it.
Yeah, it's like the supernatural. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a sci-fi like romance story. It's like kind of weird, but it's pretty good. And so he was like, we got to put that scene in there because, you know, it's the context. We're like, all right. So we don't got to dock.
Okay, I'll do my best, bro.
Like, just use the staircase right here and here do it. So Jackie,
I was trying to sell it. I was trying my best. I was like, how do I sound angsty as hell?
Yeah.
Sound that teenager angst.
We all had to try not busting out that like right after we did it. We didn't get in the video.
The video was just so good because she also woke up holding her tits. She's like, "Oh my god, like what is going on?" I'm like, "What is going on?"
In the movie too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys need to see the movie, man, because then you'll be cracking up. Because this power is bodies.
This male and female character.
And so, of course, when the guy, you know, teenage boy gets inside a girl's body, first thing he notices is the boobies.
I just think about
and he starts squeezing them. Come on, you know, he's like a little.
That's like the first Scooby movie. Huh? When they all switch bodies, Scooby-Doo, the first one. Remember
they touched their boobs?
Fuck yeah, it was like the first thing they did. I remember that part.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
damn.
It was hella funny.
Uh-oh.
It's funny because like you guys keep talking about touching boobies, and I just keep thinking about that fucking scene in, I want to say it's Parasite the Maxim, where he accidentally runs into her tit.
Yeah.
And it's like super awkward.
Yes, yeah. I remember that. That's classic anime. You gotta accidentally fall on the boobs and pick it up.
Yeah. Otherwise, the protagonist never gets superpowers.
Oops, I can't get up. My face is planted right in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to show you how innocent I am so you can appreciate my growth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's classic anime right there.
Now, yeah, I wanted to talk about Femto. Okay. I believe I'm pronouncing that correct.
I enjoy Femto a lot myself, so I really like that.
I watched the music video, and I just need to know what anime this is because it's Berserk.
But Zeruku.
Yeah, we when we wrote it,
we
all the songs.
Yeah,
we love Berserk a lot. Usually when we write songs, it's kind of like a weird process. We'll choose like something like a subject matter to write about, but usually it has like some kind of underlying theme. It's usually like something maybe one of us was feeling, like an emotion that we think that this show or
somehow
specific scene
we
related to something else.
Yeah, because it's all relatable stuff.
Yeah. So when we wrote Femto at the time, I was like really mad. I was like really personally really angry with somebody that was close to me. Yeah, James and a couple other people that in my family that I was like upset with and stuff like that. And this anime, it's the story is like it's like a interesting story, but it's like a fantasy based story in like medieval times.
Fantasy.
And it's about this guy who's like a mercenary. His name's Guts. He goes through like a really rough life, and he joins this band of mercenaries led by this guy Griffith. You've probably seen him in the story. His name's Femto, the white-haired character. And they grow really close, but then this thing happens where their bond gets severed by like a weird misinterpretation of like words, and through that they kind of become enemies, and they end up hating each other. This long drawn out thing of like
love hate
really terrible things happen, but they have this weird love hate relationship.
Yeah.
And I related it really strongly at the time to the people that I was angry with, because like I cared about them because, you know, they're my friends or my family, but I'm like pissed because I'm like, why they gotta be so shitty all the time? You know what I mean?
I feel that very.
Yeah, everybody. I feel like everybody's been.
Everybody can kind of relate to that.
Yourself from them because you love them, but you wish they didn't do these things.
Yeah, so it makes you kind of hate them in a way, and
it makes
kind
you
of
hate
angry.
Them bitter.
You feel very bitter. So at the time, I was really bitter. So I wanted to, kind of expunge these feelings and like write about them. So we decided on Berserk because we really relate to the character Guts because he goes through a really deep betrayal from his friend Griffith.
We're not gonna say it because you guys are probably gonna watch it. I mean, they have a 3-part movie that sums up a lot of the stuff.
It's all on Netflix. Yeah,
it's on Netflix. You guys should check out at least one of them.
They're really
good. Honest,
it's very, very gory
really
and some crazy shit happens. So just to let you know, it's not easy like watching all the time, but there's a lot of like deep things that happen, and like the writer's been around for like 20 years, and he's still writing this manga to this day, and he's like really he's considered high tier manga.
Yeah, god tier.
So because, I'm gonna really quickly shout out Boss Pod, which is the podcast by the guys in the band Brand of Sacrifice, which is hugely inspired by that anime Berserk. And when I first heard him say that, I just checked out this band like a couple days ago, not the band, their podcast, and I heard them say that. I'm like, I've been meaning to check out this fucking anime for so long, and now I hear you guys talking about it.
You'll love it. I think
this needs to fucking
happen.
Would love
it. I could tell. Like, I feel like you guys would really appreciate it on many levels, and also has a lot of good action too. And the main character Guts is just such a fucking badass. Like, it's just tight. It's I don't know. Yeah, you guys should check out the movies, and if you like that, then go from there.
Yeah, the only animes that I've really gotten into was Naruto and
mispronounce that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, at least I understand.
And Sword Art Online. That was one of my favorite animes.
So this is nothing like that.
Oh, absolutely not.
There's lots of torture and like shit like that in this. So
this is like rated R anime.
The closest animes I can think of to relate that to what it sounds like is maybe Elfen Lied, because I literally just binged that over 2 days.
It's close to that caliber, but still kind of
like
darker,
that. But remember, there's like Christians running around torturing people for being witches and stuff. So like this.
Oh, so
it's like real. Like in that sense.
I have seen this.
It shows people like getting fucked up all the time.
Since, like, the original series came out in like 97, I believe. Like I watched it when I was like in like.
So when I was born.
I guess you were born.
Yes.
You were born the same year as Berserk. How's that make you feel, Kyle?
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, I'm supposed to say Berserke? Berserku.
Yeah. Yeah, and I still fucked it up. You still didn't understand me. Like I had to do it like 5 times. It was pretty hard actually. I think I had to pull it up on my phone. Like you never understood my Japanese way of pronouncing it.
All right, hold on. I'm just gonna type it into Google Voice and make her say it in the right language.
Yeah, there we go. Come on, babe. Come on.
Come on, baby girl.
Come on, say it. It's like those memes where you just type in "I am not a piece of shit" and it says it back to you. Like it's like someone telling you like positive affirmations.
Hold on. I'm not the only one that does this. Tell me I am talented.
No, and there's many people who cry while they're like listening to the person speaking to them.
Thank you. Someone appreciates me.
Yes. Yes.
Deeply relatable.
Hey, these days technology is probably going to be the one that comforts you. So
there is literally an app that you can text. It's like a bot that you can text that works as kind of like a therapist.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yep.
Wild.
Exactly.
I keep seeing it come up on my feed on Instagram, and I feel like what are you trying to tell me? What are you really saying here? You think I really need to text a bot?
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I go onto Facebook, and the first thing that pops up, hey, we have a dating website, by the way. I know you're single, but we have another dating thing. I was like, all right, cool. Thanks, Facebook.
Your birthday's also tomorrow, and your social security. Your mom also texted you. She's waiting for a reply.
Yeah.
Facebook, also, oh my God.
Yeah. You know your ex-girlfriend that you had so many good times with that broke your heart? By the way, this happened 2 years ago now.
Thank you.
We also hacked her Facebook account and found out she's taking a dump right now. Thought you should know.
There you go.
Just to let you know, she's smoking another crack rock just for you. Thanks.
There you go. There you go, Kyle.
Thanks, Facebook.
Thanks, Facebook.
What's his name again? Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuck. He got Zucked.
Yes. Oh my god, that just fucking reminded me of the fucking Game Grumps. That Game Grumps fucking thing.
Hey, we love Game Grumps.
Remember the fucking it was like where he was texting. Oh my god, he was like, I can't remember who the fuck made Facebook. Who the fuck invented Facebook? And then in all capital letters, 3 hours later, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes. We've all been there.
I've seen that.
Yeah. He'd be zucking people left and right.
Facts.
No, it's Jesse Eisenberg. Jesse Eisenberg made Facebook. We should blame him.
Oh yeah, Jesse
His fucking
Eisenberg.
fault.
Right before he popped the zombies.
And he did it all using sarcasm.
Yes.
Yes.
And cardio.
Yeah.
And cardio.
All
Lots
the
of
cardio.
cardio.
Always important, man.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Berserk. It's crazy, man. You guys should check it for sure. Let us
I'm-
know. Message us when you like check out the first movie, because I know you're probably gonna say, "Oh my shit."
Oh my shit.
Okay. You're going to see this message at like 2 or 3 in the morning my time.
All
Because
right.
that's when I like to binge anime, because both
Perfect.
the wife and the child are sleeping, so I get TV to myself.
Oh yeah. And then they may not want to watch this.
Well, that's kind of what I had to do with Parasite the Maxim, Elfen Lied. I'm
Yeah.
catching up on Dragon Ball Super as we speak.
Yeah, I need
and
to do. Yeah.
I'm going through this article I found that's top 10 goriest animes. And so I just finished Claymore. I just
Oh,
finished
yeah.
Claymore. That one's fucking sick.
Yeah, that's a very like interesting one and very
If
unique.
it wasn't for Shrine of Malice, I don't think I ever would have known that Claymore was a thing.
Yeah.
You got us. We know all that stuff.
Oh, dude.
We do.
Now I'm
God,
gonna be
we're
hitting you guys
bonded.
up constantly when I'm like on an anime fix and I need some like good gory shit. Like, help
Yeah, you
me out.
Like, okay, I need one where the guy has a cane and then there's a dad there and then like they're having some kind of like family dilemma. Then they won't the two young kids won't kiss, but they're in love. I'm just kidding, but that's like a typical anime. But yeah, just
I
tell us.
thought you were literally gonna write out like an entire actual anime right there.
Try the whole thing and I'll find
you
one
can
just
create
like
any
it.
anime you want. You just tell her like key source words, and she'll generate an anime for
Actually,
you.
it's pretty true though.
Whole
Yeah,
plot.
yeah, because they
Characters
stick
and all.
true to that stuff, so it's pretty easy.
She knows all the tropes, all
Yeah.
the archetypes. She knows it all.
Yes, I even can make anime music, like off the top of my head. Like he's laughing because he knows it's true. I could probably make money doing it. I'm just saying. I know the melody.
This is her idea of freestyling.
Yeah. And then my other favorite thing is to God no.
Here we go. It's about to get good, guys.
Whenever like a song plays like from like a really like happy, go lucky anime song where it's like it's like super happy, right? Like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And then I just twerk to it. Like
Oh,
like,
that's
right?
much better than what I do. I just turn all
Like
the words
any
into
song,
gutturals.
nothing like that. I twerk to it. I just
need
make
more
it
girls
like
like you.
ultra adult. Make it very adult all of a sudden.
Oh my god.
Right in front of Frankie's face. He like has no choice. He's like so used to it by now.
I can't.
In 6 years of this, he's already so used to it. Even like Final Fantasy, like slow ass songs, like even if it's like
I'm fucking
I'll do it slower. I'll just do the twerk real slow. I'm like pop, 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 get it.
Oh man, it's unfortunate that we couldn't get
dead.
you guys in video format because I would love to see his face.
Oh
right now.
my god.
He's like putting it
My head
down
is
and
down
looking down
and
at the
laughing.
ground, and he's like
His head
chuckling.
is down.
Yeah, he has his hand, like head, in his arm, like leaning over it, like he's like lost all his energy all of a sudden.
Oh my
He's
god.
down for the count.
Oh my god.
I just
He
need a
needs to
timeout,
revive
guys. Can anybody hit me with a max revive? Anybody?
Yes.
God. I need a medic. I need a medic.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy fucking shit.
All right, listeners. I think we're out of questions, and at this point, we've got some really golden content. I don't know about you. I think we've made for a very interesting pod.
Very interesting.
Is there anything that you guys want to plug before I hit that big red button?
Yeah, I guess so. We got a new album coming out probably in the next couple months. Look for it early spring, I'd probably say. It's gonna be called Maneth, featuring some really, really awesome people.
Yeah, so like big people. I don't want to say though.
Like Attack on Titan style big people.
Full of surprises, but yeah, check it out. Probably out sometime around February, March.
Yeah, follow us on social media if you want to keep up with that, because it is a couple months away. So
Lucrecia Band on Instagram or Lucrecia Band on Twitter or Facebook. You know, all that good stuff.
Yeah, not the other Lucrecia from South America.
I accidentally followed and subscribed to her stuff. I'm gonna be completely honest.
She's got a lot of followers, man. She's popping.
Hey, but we also get like older Latino men and women that randomly follow us too, accidentally thinking we're the other Lucrecia.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times.
Damn. Did she like get younger? When did she learn how to scream?
Yeah. I'm waiting for the comments, but they never say anything. They're so secretive. I want them to tell us how this was an accident and like they don't belong here. But they don't. They just silently watch and leave. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And then right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we're gonna put out music videos for it too. So we have like a lot of ideas for the videos. Like I have another idea for one of our heaviest songs. It's gonna be a concept like Katawari Doki. So like I already like wrote a lot. Me and Frank already wrote a lot of it, and we already like pretty much planned out most of it by now. We just need to like finish the song and actually set up the director for it.
Oh.
Ooh.
So
shit is in the works, guys.
Yeah. Lots of stuff in the works.
Yeah, I think you guys will like it, like that one, since you like Femto.
Oh yeah, give it to me, Daddy.
It's gonna be crazy.
All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in to the New Music Podcast.
I'm being serious. If you send me that shirt, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking.
We gotta print something.
I got you.
Yeah.
No, I think we have them on the what's it called?
We do?
I think so.
Okay, we got you. Send us your address.
I will.
For anybody listening, yeah, that's right. Get on that merch game.
Get on the merch game. Buy their shit.
Buy the merch. Support
all
the
the
band.
shit for the nerds and the weebs, and for the metal folks.
Hey.
For the fucking weebs. You need the weebs and the metal folk.
You're stupid.
The metal folks and the weeb trash.
Weeb trash.
And the weeb trash.
Yep. Weeb trash. That's me.
Oh my
god.
I think I'm better than weebs though. I'm like otaku because I'm old, so like I'm from the generation we call it otaku.
I thought you said El Taco. I thought you said El Taco.
El Pollo Loco.
All right, we're done. End the fucking episode. I'm done.
Wait, I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah.
You know what? After that shit, now I need some tacos in my life.
Facts, dude.
Yeah, actually, we're gonna do that too. You guys get some good grub.
Oh
yeah. Now I want to drive all the way down to Arizona and get some El Pollo Loco.
Damn,
is that the closest El Pollo Loco to you guys?
No. I used to live in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
I lived in Arizona for
I've
4.5
lived in
years.
New York my whole life.
So I've walked up to those little taco shacks.
Damn,
right.
Arizona. Yeah, man, we've been there a couple times. It's pretty cool. It's hot.
Hot as hell.
Yes,
All right,
it is.
once again, thanks guys for tuning in. We're gonna cut this pod off right here. Thanks again for listening. Check out the band. We got a lot more new shit coming out. That's like, all right. And the usual plugs, which are check out the Instagram. The Instagram is lit. We just passed 1,400 likes. Check out the Facebook group. We're getting so active in that Facebook group now. It's ridiculous. And new
YouTube,
interviews on the way.
Yep.
Get on that YouTube game because we have new interviews all the time. Thanks
and
again
hit that motherfucking bell button. Hit that bell button so you know when we come out with shit.
There you go. Thanks again, and bye-bye.
Bye.